Really? Good afternoon. Trying to figure out. Let me see if I refresh this before I shut it down. Oh, boy. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Let me see. Let me check my phone. It's giving me some kind of something. And I just don't know why. One of these days I'm going to learn how to work this thing. I don't see nothing wrong, but I'm looking at red. Let me see, can I hear? I can't even hear. That's weird. Okay. Technical difficulties. Okay, now it's clearing up. I don't hear anything. I hear nothing. Okay, now I can. Okay, that's weird. I guess no technical difficulties. I can't see with these glasses on. Okay. Maybe it's because it's so dark, but I can't help that because it's cloudy. It's raining, so it's going to be dark anyway. So, let me check something over here. Alright, that looks better. Okay, I don't know. Maybe not. Still see the glare. Okay. Yeah, it's Wednesday. I think I said I was coming back Thursday. I mean Wednesday, y'all. You guys know I never know what day it is, but yeah, I meant today. And really nothing specific, but I just wanted to, I don't know. I'm not, this has nothing to do with homeschool. Let me get that out the way. Just stuff that I see going on and, stuff like that. I'm not into the news and to the media and stuff like that, but everybody is all shook up about this stuff going on. First of all, yeah, I'm wearing my little fit. It's Aliyah Day. Ironically, I have one that's going to be 19 tomorrow, and she was actually supposed to be my Aliyah, and on purpose, but I just kind of decided against it. I don't know. It was close enough, but it also happens to be Michelle Obama's birthday tomorrow, so she still was born on significant day, even though she didn't get the name. But I'm glad I did choose a name that is befitting, and hence, a couple years later, I did get my Aliyah. Anyway, but yeah, I'm dating myself. Growing up, teenage years, yeah, I was into the Aliyah thing. So yeah, about now, everybody is still talking about this. I have nothing against her, y'all. Really, I don't. I love her. She was just like my teenage years. I can't bring up my teen years without mentioning Aliyah. among other people. But I was too. Yeah, I was just sad. Um, the whole thing still kind of disturbs me, and I know everybody, that put the media. It was it was tragic. It was an accident, y'all. That was not an accident. Aaliyah hairstyles all the way. Yes, girl. Yes. Um. Yeah. Y'all. That was not an accident. Okay, y'all. Just it was not. Um. And they managed to save the footage. I was dressing like her as well. Girl, yes. Yes. That rocked the boat footage. I mean, I'm glad it was saved, but that plane went down like, and it was all kind of, the pilot was intoxicated. He was, all kind of stuff. Mm-mm. They left with the same amount of stuff as they were bringing back. So how is it if it wasn't going to, if it was over full, how did it even take off in the first place? Okay. See, people don't think like that. They didn't bring anything extra back. They were bringing back everything they wanted. So anyway, she was a sacrifice. If you all remember back to the funeral, okay, the way she was carried, that signifies a sacrifice. She was a blood sacrifice. Sad, but hey. So yeah, girl, yeah, they did. She was a blood sacrifice for somebody. And it's sad to say, it's sad, and it's not Kelly. No, it wasn't Kelly. But yeah, it's sad. It is truly sad because the girl had a bright future. I mean, once she broke away from him and started, hooked up with Missy and stuff like that, it did. Her music did flourish for the better. But what else I want to say about that? All right, y'all. Lifetime. This whole tizzy. I'm gonna give y'all a new perspective on this thing because everybody is out going after this hashtag mute R. Kelly. Okay, y'all, it's insane. First of all, this whole thing is a false flag. Okay, I talked about this a couple of chats ago. The election's coming up next year, y'all. They have to deter our attention. We get all emotional about stuff like this, okay? And they know it. So they're deterring our attention for what they're trying to do, okay? Just like when we had all those shootings back before the last, the year before the last election, all that stuff happened. Where them people at? We know they was paid. The stuff yeah. Anyway, it's a false flag. Okay, so they got our attention turned on this thing. Now, you want to mute a whole man. There have been so many people, today, neighbors, relatives, whatever, doing the same thing he doing or did, okay? Dame Dash, yes, girl, yes. Dame Dash sacrifice. Girl, yeah. Anyway, it's the yeah. It's a whole anyway, I'm listening to these kids. It's taking a break. But what was I saying? The somebody's about to come to my door. Okay. Well, maybe not. 1 minute. When it rains and they can't get outside, oh my goodness. Okay, and I just lost my thought. But saying, yeah, they want to mute a whole man, and it's the same situation is going on. Everybody's in an uproar and all of that. First of all, he's been tried several times and gone unconvicted. And the thing is now, I mean, he can't be retried for the same thing. They're trying to call in the feds and all of this on R. Kelly. So yeah. Okay, he can't be retried. Okay, y'all have to get rid of that notion. It's just not gonna happen. And I'm gonna tell you something. When it's all said and done, he's gonna walk away from whatever's getting ready to happen scot and free. Okay, he's going. There's nothing within a reasonable doubt. There is nothing. The only hope that they will have to do anything at this point is if there's anybody underage in his, in his home, that would come forth. The thing is, they're probably not going to see what's going on to know better. Now, somebody's saying, okay, well, everybody knows, so now it's going to shut him up. I kid you not. I can see this going on. It can be 2-3 years later. The same mess is going to be going on. It's going to be new girls up in there with him. Okay? Because first of all, everybody knew about the marriage between R. Kelly and Aaliyah. Everybody knew that. I don't care who you are. You're going to question anybody marrying a 15-year-old. You're going to know that something is not right. And then Drea turns around and marries him? Really? That right there should have been a red flag. And everybody else followed suit. So that's why I said this is going to keep going. This is not going to stop anybody. It's not going to shut him down. His record sales have skyrocketed. All of that. He might not be doing too many shows because they're, not letting him sell the tickets. I kind of feel bad. He's struggling. He got to pay his bills. He's been, getting evicted and selling stuff, but he's a musical genius. Above all, he's a musical genius. Now, the thing is, everybody is pointing a finger at him. Y'all, this is not him. He was not the mastermind. He was a mastermind of a lot of stuff, but he was not. He couldn't even read, for goodness sakes. He probably barely could write his phone number down. All them people in his camp need to be up on that stand. Tried just the same as he is. Because they were the ones that were pulling the girls for him. They were the ones that was orchestrating the whole, everything he had going on. They knew better. Now, all of a sudden, everybody want to come out. Well, my kids, Drea. My kids, I had to worry about my kids. I had to protect my kids and this, that, and the third. Okay, but you didn't care till somebody threw some money in your face. And now you all up on the TV doing this, that, and the third. Really? It's a whole... Yeah, I was telling my mom that all of this government shutdown is to cover up to blind us for the real truth of what's really going on. Yes. Okay? This mess don't have nothing to do with it. They just want to bring this up, and it's sad because this girl would have been 40 years old today. It's just ironic. This thing was supposed to come out last month. It didn't because of some kind of scare. Y'all know Lifetime I ain't even gonna say it, but yeah, garbage, really. And y'all don't believe me. If you watched it, all 6 parts, when it got to the last part, what is that girl's name? I cannot remember the girl. She had braids, but he is now making he's making a website, Surviving the Lies. And the thing is, y'all have to realize that they are lying on him. No matter how bad it looks about what he was doing and this, that, and the other. Even what against Drea was saying. Some of that stuff has some truth. The Aaliyah thing, we know that stuff was real. I'm gonna get to that in just a second. But yeah, he's making a website on that, and he's getting ready to expose all of them. Okay, this chick gets up here with this child's parents, and I say child because this is the one, I can't remember the girl's name. Her sister was in there with her. The sister left. But they're speaking out all over Florida, okay? Press conference. They're asking her questions. She paused 5 seconds, whatever, He's giving her the answers. Okay, another child's parents. This lady is grown, right? She answered a question. They asked her another question. She paused it. He give her the answer. She answered a question. They asked her another question. It was like, really? You have to be coached? Didn't you really live? You just said 3 years. You know him 3 years? You lived there 3 years? Crazy. They asked her another question. Pause. She couldn't answer that question. He knew it. He stepped up right away and just started talking because he knew it was over. He couldn't, that was too much for him to coach her on right then and there. And I'm like, they just fake as I don't know what on this man. Ridiculous. I'm telling y'all, I cannot, as a people, we have to support each other, not tear each other down. And there's so many of us trying to come and tear this man down for no reason. Okay, we don't know Robert Kelly. We know R. Kelly. Okay, and for whatever reason, you can bash him or whatnot. He was a musical genius. Whatever he did. The music spoke to us point blank, period. Okay? Diane. We're going to talk about Diane for a second. Aaliyah's mom. Now, the child was married all of about, I don't know, like 5, 6 months, 7 months, something like that. Because it was from August to February. The girl, mom, she came out after this thing saying that people trying to tarnish her legacy and this, that, and other. She should have kept some of that mess to herself because she just made it worse. She was saying that the whole time the situation was going on when she, from the time she met Kelly, Aaliyah met Kelly to, whenever. She was around, her dad was around, her brother was around, somebody was around. The child was not being unattended as a 15-year-old. That's not true because they got married. How? So either she condoned it, he paid her, which is very, 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 very likely. And now she's trying to renege and say that's not the case. How did they get married? Part 1 of that thing or part 2 of that story? Somebody was explaining the situation. They were on the tour bus and the door flew open and they saw Kelly and Aaliyah doing some things. She didn't say nothing about that girl mama being right there shutting it down. The mom was not on the tour bus, okay? So she wasn't there. But here, to come to defense of her daughter not thinking that we can't put 2 and 2 together, that's crazy. It's just plain crazy. So, yeah, she was paid, most likely, for this whole thing. And who in their right mind would consent to a grown man? There's so many other things floating around out there. But, yeah. I just pray people just kind of see the light of really what's going on. This is why I don't get into TV. I don't get into this. So it's just too much. I mean, they make you believe what whatever, just because. None of us really know him, but yet our emotions are all torn up. Everybody getting pressed and bothered, and they know this. It's just so they can turn the shades, cover up what they're doing in the world for real. And we, when it's all said and done later on, wait a minute, what happened? What happened? How did this happen? I'm telling you, the world is crazy. It is so crazy. So you just have to be careful, what you watch. And yeah, it is sad, but this campaign, and it's been going on. It's not anything new, but it's not going to shut him down. It's not going to do anything. The feds have to come in with some really strong, whatnot. Yeah, his brother will be getting out at the end of the year. But his whole camp, everybody, nobody, they knew he couldn't even read. Nobody ever offered, before Drea came along, to help him learn how to read. and nobody's looking at that. I think that's just crazy. It's just so crazy. He's not the only artist. Fantasia was another one because she dropped out of school. But I mean, yeah, um, it's just the smallest little things. He's sick. Okay, yeah, he's sick. Yeah, he needs help. Um, he admitted he needs help, but he's not even willing. He's not at the point to do what he needs to do, to get the help. And yeah. But back to this last girl that was speaking. There is on YouTube before this whole before Lifetime aired this. This lady has kids. Okay, this last girl, I cannot remember her name though, but she has kids. She made it seem like she was up in the house. She couldn't go anywhere. Just same as everybody else's story. Just kind of odd. She couldn't come and go as she pleased. But yet she has kids at home. So her kids are at home raising themselves. The girl, obviously I think was a teenager. She had 2 younger kids. So this girl was keeping these kids while she was living with Kelly. This girl put up last year sometime. I think it was last year. It might have been the year before. But on YouTube, a video where she was talking to the mom's ex-boyfriend about the situation. And she was talking about how her mom would come home with all kinds of stuff frequently. So how is it he got you trapped in the house when you coming home to take care of your kids at some point? She was calling, texting, making sure they taking baths, going to school, this, that, and other. She had to be going grocery shopping. So she wasn't in there like that. And the girl said that they moved like every year, and she was wondering how her mom was getting that money. Obviously, she didn't work. So yeah, her story, she was the one being coached. Her story is not fallible. I mean, is not credible at all, because their child told it all, and Lifetime did not do their homework before they aired that, because that right there is enough to stand on its own. The girl told it all. She didn't know anything about what was getting ready to happen on Lifetime. She couldn't have. So it's like, wow. When people start bringing out the old, the stuff that they didn't show, yeah. That video, people saw that video. So if you saw it, they didn't deny when he went in. They tried him. They didn't deny it was him. They couldn't determine the age of the girl because the girl's parents, and y'all know that's Sparkle's niece, but her parents, and they would not, they wouldn't put her up there, and they would not confirm. They said it wasn't her. So, but nobody ever said it wasn't him. So everybody knew. So still, why are these young girls going off to this man? I mean, really, the money can't be all of that. Just sick. Parents, protect your children. That's why I'm saying do not arm these kids with cell phones. I don't care how you teach these kids. You don't know what their friends or whoever they're contacting, you don't know what they're doing to influence them. Don't. Half of these kids, parents didn't know. He was, they were conversating via text and via phone. I think that's just, a phone is just a gateway. I believe he's a pedo. However, some parents didn't have a problem pimping their kids out to him. The parents should be questioned. Yes, everybody needs to be questioned. They was paid. Like I say, Diane was paid. I don't care what anybody say. She knew that girl was married. She knew it. It wasn't that big a secret. Whether they lied about her age or whatnot, she knew what was going on. So yeah, he is a pedo. I'm not denying that. Robert, but like I say, R. Kelly, I don't know Robert. I know R. Kelly, I don't know him. So, music wise, hey, I'm cool. I don't have a problem with it. I do not have a problem at all. But yeah, they need to, and people, this pimping the kids out, they do this all the time. All the time, still today. It just, okay, is it because it's R. Kelly? It's so profound. It's so unbelievable when this is happening next door to us. I don't understand. He's no different than anybody else. Everybody putting him on a pedestal. That's crazy. That is so insane. I'm kind of glad Leah is not here. Because this would I don't think she would even get involved if she was still alive. I really don't. But I'm glad she's not here because she's independent of him. And the name shouldn't even be attached. People kind of, yeah, it's been swept under the rug, but they were two separate individuals. Musically, they both did their own thing. I love his music. Yeah. He, genius. He could speak, whatever he did, he could speak through that music. And, people can turn their noses and turn their heads, but they was stepping. They was, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. That's just like finding out, when we went through the Michael Jackson thing. You can't deny Michael Jackson as the king of pop. I don't care what the parents said about, what he did. Oh, well, where were you at? Why was you letting your kids up in there? That makes no sense. People are sick. So everybody in the camp needs to be up there on the trial, on the stand, not just testifying against him, but they need to be tried and convicted along with him. Shut them all down. If you're going to mute him, mute everybody. That's how I feel about it. You can't just mute one person. That's crazy. I don't know, they're going after because he's got the studio. He's renting that studio, and they're trying to contact the owner to alert the owner, shut the studio down, evict him from the studio, just all kind of stuff. And it's crazy because he has already lost his homes, and who knows what's going on. But, he got to pay his bills just like we do. Girl. Anyway, I just don't understand. I don't understand. But, main thing is this should not deter us from what's going on. Keep our eyes open to what's really important, what's really, relevant in the world. Not this little thing. Next month, it'll be something else. In a couple of months, it'll be something else. It's getting warmer. It's going to be all kind of craziness coming this summer. And, it's going to continue for the next year until this mess is over. And this shutdown, yeah. Y'all, what is this mess about? What is it about? I've seen people talking about prepping. There's going to be riots. Now, that's a whole different topic in itself, y'all. It's a whole different topic. People have to eat. People have to work. So they're really going to cut this program off. Do they realize that people are going to be in the store stealing? I know he realized that. He's not dumb. But flat out, the people going to be in the store stealing. They have to eat. Babies need formula. They're not just going to nobody's going to starve over this. So it's about to be some mass chaos in the United States over a wall. How dumb. How dumb. And they tell me R. Kelly, no, you need to be going after Trump over a wall. That's crazy. Understand. Where is the world coming to? Just don't get it. You know, I was talking to somebody just recently. I was wondering if they were affected because I know they work for the feds. That's not easy. I've been there, done that. But anyway, they thankfully are not affected by what's going on. So I'm like, okay, that's good because having to take care of your family and being affected by something like that, yeah, you need your money. But I'm just, I'm watching. I'm not really watching. If I catch something, I catch something. But I'm just kind of curious as to what is the point? How is all this going to play out? And how many people are going to lose their lives? And is that going to be just as important come next month? All the people that have lost their lives over this thing. That's what I want to know. That's the real deal. If we are so emotional, I think that should overshadow what's going on in the music industry. Anyway, and it's so many that have come out and now, and it just is crazy because if you knew this stuff was going on, why wait till now when everybody coming? I'm not one. If I'm gonna I don't care if nobody believes me. If I'm going to support something or stand up for something, even if I have to stand alone, I'm going to stand alone. Why does it take everybody to come out at one time? Oh, I was scared. Nobody would believe me. That doesn't make you too credible. So all these stories that are popping up every day, it doesn't make you too credible because you knew what was going on back then and you didn't say anything. I don't understand that. I do not understand that at all. It's not even relevant anymore because it's old. It would have been relevant back in the day when it could have helped somebody. They started a foundation to rescue, rescue the girls and things like that. What is it? Black Girls Matter. Is this hashtag. It's become a race thing, and the thing is, if it was, it said, okay, if it was Susan up in there, I don't really this crazy. Every time something like this happens, people pull the race card. I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of it. Because like I say, it's happening next door and they're not all black. People get away with it. So we gotta stop pulling the race card, y'all. But I'm gonna tell you the one thing is other people do not react the way we do. We just try to drag our people down to the ground, and that's what we have to stop doing. Stop dragging us. Support people. Support people no matter what. This something, we should be calling the ancestors on, not trying to tear each other up over. So I told the teacher. So I told the teacher, and I'm not sure whatever happened to her. She transferred, so sad. Wow. Yeah, we need to, man, y'all, if you think back, after when him and Drea married, we never saw anything, never heard anything. He was never out in public. None of that with Drea and the kids. That should have been something right there. There are celebrities that go, low key, and, their family is not in the spotlight, but still, you never saw anything. So something should have been, somebody should have been saying, where is your family? He silenced everybody. He had going through the tours. I saw the stuff where people have left his tours, okay, because of the way he acted. That's crazy too. He can't, when he's walking down the hall, nobody could, speak. You know, people knew this years ago and nobody said anything. And I'm like, okay, why didn't y'all come out with this years ago? It would have had more credibility years ago. This is after the fact. What is it going to do? And I guess, you know, the industry is just hush hush about stuff and they don't want to be real. Let me see, who can I think of? It's been quite a few people that have done. Neo left the tour with him, and he was talking about that on YouTube. Why he left, you know, he one they had had a spot, the venue, and they needed dressing rooms. We need a couple dressing rooms, and he said that he couldn't even get a dressing room. Kelly took all 7 dressing rooms, and I'm like, wow. He needed a dressing room for his dancers, and he only had a couple people on tour, really like 20 people. But, you know, and for the band. And they hooked him up a little spot. He said he had to literally fight, you know, for a space for them to dress. And it was in the back of one of the rooms that, you know, they had taken. And I'm like, that's crazy. And I remember that. It was around Christmas time. And he was like, I had to, you know, I paid everybody half of what they were going to get. And he had to, you know, that was out of his pocket. And he was like, it was Christmas time. I had to suck it up, but we left. And I was like, I don't blame him, you know. But, yeah, why is it taking so long? You know, because I'm sure if this would have came out alone, I mean, he's R. Kelly. Everybody, you know, this red flag. You know, people would have paid attention to this. But now all of a sudden it's a big deal. Government is corrupt, y'all. It's corrupt. Anyway, I just, you know, wanted to kind of give a little different perspective on this thing. Bottom line, everybody needs to be up there. Tried, right along with him, his whole camp. All these parents coming out now and this, that, and other. I mean, what are they going to sue him for? He don't have nothing. Or what are they trying to get? What's the point? I have no idea. You know, according to Dre, he's not taking care of the kids. Yeah. You know, kudos to her for leaving, but it took her a while. You know, I understand domestic violence situations and things like that. But the whole issue is she knew about Aaliyah. You know, she kind of hung herself. She knew about Aaliyah. So she kind of like in a whole separate category on this thing. I am going to get off of here and I'm going to go in here and cook. Cook some food. It is cold. Comfort food is what I need. Make sure I read all these comments. But yeah. R. Kelly. Y'all know I can't even, if you think back to the sign language video, my child was signing the world's greatest. Y'all, we are Kelly people around here. You know, I can't deny that. I can't deny that at all. So that mute, I'm not with it. I understand what they're doing, but I'm the different person. You know, it doesn't matter what celebrity has their hands on it and, you know, their name in it. And I've seen many and I do like them, but it's wrong. It's flat out wrong. Just got them making lunch for the babies. Yeah, girl, I'm gonna go make some lunch. Actually, brunch, whatever. Probably be all day. I'm really eating only once, so I'm ready to go cook and let these kids finish their work. And I will be back. I don't know when I'll be back. I need to get filming on the other videos, but peace out. Do this right quick. Okay, with these glasses on. Okay.